The Longhorns get it done in the Red River Rivalry in 2025, and they defeat Oklahoma by a score of 23-6. Now, James, you have a hot take about this, but before you get into that, if you have not already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click that subscribe button and click the alerts so you never miss when we upload new content.
Looking at it, at first I thought Oklahoma was going to win a slugfest 6-0. It seemed like the whole game, and then Texas caught wind, got some points, got a punt return to the house. Basically, momentum went to Texas away. But I'm not gonna say hot take Arch Manning's back or anything because, yeah, 21 of 27 is efficient, dink and dunk, about 166 yards. It is whatever. Oklahoma's defense has been very good under Brent Venables. But my take about this, two angles I like at this. Obviously, number one, this should have been the game John Mateer should not have played, in my opinion, just because one, obviously you just probably ruined your Heisman opportunity. There's still a chance to pick it back up with some other teams catching and some other players catching steam. John Mateer probably ruined his Heisman choice right there. But what it really told me, Spence, if Oklahoma lost, and everyone's gonna make it, that excuse of John Mateer just got out of hand, but still, he still played the game. Oklahoma losing to Texas means one thing for me, and this is going to piss off a lot of Big Ten folks, but Michigan should not make the playoffs if they go 10-2. Because why? Because I think about it. Michigan lost to who? Oklahoma. Oklahoma lost to who? Texas. Texas just lost to Florida. And if I think about myself, Florida just got beat up by A&M, but Michigan, who's supposed to be a Big Ten powerhouse, a big, strong, macho Big Ten, you just lost to USC, who lost to Illinois. Who did Illinois lose to by, remind me of, like 63-10?
And that would be Kurt Sig and the Indiana Hoosiers.
So right now, what that just told me is Michigan is probably going to be the 10-2 team that gets left out of this playoff system if it comes down to 10, 11, 12, 13 when it comes to 10-2 teams. Just because Michigan, yeah, they got Bryce Underwood, they got a rookie, basically a freshman quarterback, but still, this team is just not that good in my mind and in my eyes as I see. Like maybe next year they'll a year under Underwood get a little better, but this year their physical toughness is not Michigan esque from years before. Of course, yeah, Jim Harbaugh is a different coach, whatever. But Oklahoma losing just proved to me with Michigan losing that they should not be in the playoff this upcoming 2025-26 college football run.
Yeah, I don't disagree because I look at this game and I see this as two teams I think are probably going to be on the outside looking in of the college football playoff. Because for Oklahoma, I felt like they needed to win this game to really make a statement about where their standing is in the SEC. They have a brutal schedule down the stretch. And I really felt like this was a game they needed to have a win in, as you know, they have games against Ole Miss, Alabama, LSU coming up. Like they have an absolute ringer to get through. And if you're Oklahoma, you go into those games undefeated. Yeah, you take one or two L's in that stretch, you still
Yep.
probably make the playoff. Now you take two L's, maybe even if you take one L in that time span, you're not looking good and you're probably on the outside looking in, especially if Texas continues and they win out. They'll have wins over Oklahoma, and at that point they'd have a win over Texas A&M. So I'm with you. I think these 10-2 teams in the Big Ten are not going to have much to hold their hats on in comparison to one of these two-loss SEC teams. But we say that every year. It's the SEC bias, but
Yeah.
it's been that way forever, and I don't see why, even in a new playoff system, that's going to change.
No, I totally agree. And even though I think we're on the same page, even though I am a little bit biased, the FPI numbers don't lie. The strength of record numbers don't lie. Doesn't these numbers don't lie? Like you mentioned, Oklahoma goes to South Carolina. They got to play Ole Miss. They got to go to Knoxville. They got to go to Alabama. They're gonna play Missouri, and then they play LSU. What a gauntlet of a schedule! And like you'd be happy to go 9-3 with that type of schedule. And I'll say like this, and I've never been a fan of this. If they do decide SEC and Big Ten to go to these bigger conferences, like they should automatically get 4 teams each. I don't agree with that. Now, of course, like what does that mean? Like, hey, if a team went 11-1, they deserve to get in over a 9-3 team, my opinion. Now, yes, would I have preferred Alabama over SMU last year? I would have, but Bama, you screwed up last year by losing to Oklahoma, to Tennessee, and to Vanderbilt. And that's just is what it is. And in my opinion, I guess the reason why I say that, Spence, is because I want these wins and losses to actually matter. Because if they don't, then yeah, guess what? Lose 3 games, be top 4 in your conference, you get in, no big deal. You can skate your way through. So that's why I don't want the automatic 4 Big Ten teams, 4 SEC teams, and then everyone else fight for the last 3 spots because a group of 5 or heck even 2 spots because if Notre Dame gets one of them, so really you got
Oh my,
2
please
conferences
no.
getting two picks. Like
I know this is video about Oklahoma and Texas, but if for some reason this Oklahoma loss and this Texas victory have opened up the door for Notre Dame to get into the college football playoff, I'll be absolutely sick to my stomach if this is the game that we look back on at the end of the year and think that's how Notre Dame got in. It's gonna piss me off.
it's gonna piss you off bad, big dog. But it's okay, man. Guess what? Hey, that's why SEC Big Ten football is gonna keep going. And that's why we got a big week in college football this week as well. But hey, we'll be back next week with another video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Big Game Energy, big dog, man. Hey, man, we're actually authentic than some of these other sports media companies, man. God dang.
Yeah, companies.